Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Muslims in America, a show where I interview Muslim elected officials and community influencers to ask them about their political and community involvement. I'm your host, Mayor Mohamed T Khairullah from Prospect Park, New Jersey. Before we go to tonight's guest, please do me a favor. If this is your first time on this channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe channel. And if you learn something, please make sure that you hit the like button. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. And let me introduce you to our guest today. My guest, MD Alam, is a man that I have tremendous respect for. He was one of the first people that I watched as I was getting into office, as I became mayor. And he has a tremendous resume. I'm going to read 3 bullet points about him. Then I'm going to ask him to give us a little more. MD Alam is a former county committeeman in the state of Missouri from 2008 to 2012. He's a veteran of the U.S. Army who was discharged honorably. He fought in both the Afghanistan and Iraq War, and he's one of the organizers of the Million Muslim March and a founding member of IMPACT, which is American Muslim Political Action Committee. Welcome, Brother MD, and thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to see you again. Last time I saw you was in New York City, maybe almost a year ago, but it's an honor to see you again. How are you today?
Absolutely. Alhamdulillah, my brother and friend, the first Muslim mayor in America, Mohamed T Khairullah. It is my honor and pleasure to see that you took on a Muslim in America talk and interview and creating a fundamental backbone and a foundational structure that will empower our generations and the youth generation and the generation after us. It is an honor to join with you tonight and joining with your radio and this talk show, Muslim in America. Mia, you are doing a great job. Let's continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, brother. Obviously, I only said 3 bullet points about you, but what is it between the lines? What can you tell us about MD Alam that I didn't mention that people should know?
Hey, I am a Bangladeshi-born Muslim American. I always call myself an American and an activist, and always stood for the community. I served this country with the pride, with the dignity, with the solidarity, and with the honor and respect. But after getting out of the military, when I have seen that there are a lot of room that we as a Muslim American need to improve, that when I started my community work, when I started the community activism, get hooked up during the 2008 presidential election with Barack Obama, traveling 27 states at the time when the Democratic Party, Barack Obama was an outsider at that point. He was not established Democrat. However, getting from the East Coast to the West Coast and the North to the South, that when I remember about 12, 13, 14 years ago, I met you and you've been, still serving in office. And absolutely, it is an honor to say that a struggle and empowering the community is the key word that what we have to take on and what we have to continue. Thank you, Tahir Khairullah.
Absolutely, and thank you very much. Now, you ran for office before in the state of Missouri. You were a committeeman from 2008 till 2012. What does a committeeman mean in the state of Missouri, and what would it equate to in probably other states?
Yeah, it's a county committee. Each county has their county commissioners, and we call that ward commissioner. So there are county seats. So basically, it's a legislature, and you pass the legislation. You continue, and you vote, and you make decision for the county. So absolutely, compared to any other state, mainly they would call the city commissioner or city council or the county commissioner or the county commission. So absolutely, it is very important. Beside that, also I ran for Missouri Secretary of State. So I've been actively involved and engaged. Just ran for the at-large city councilman in Kansas City, Missouri, also from the 6th district. Also ran in a state representative from the District 50 in Missouri, District 4 in Missouri, and I ran twice for Secretary of State in Missouri. But you know what? It is hard because it is a struggle. We are the first beacon of the hope, but we are trying to light the candle. Our next generation, like with your hard work, they will come and they will enlighten and brighten up.
Absolutely. One thing I like about you is you're actually a hard worker, you're consistent, you're persistent, and you ran for multiple positions, and you continue to advocate for people all over the United States. Like I said, I saw you in New York, and you were promoting people from Southern Jersey, introducing me to them, connecting me with the people in New York. So you do have a vast network. I'm sensing from the accent that you came to the United States. You weren't born in the United States. Now, what prompted you to want to serve? Number one, in the military. Number two, in the community. People think that Muslims, particularly those who come from other countries, that we're not 100%, but we are 100% behind the country that hosted us and loved us when we came from countries where not even our own governments welcomed us very much. So what can you say about that?
Mayor Khairullah, when I looked at the whole paradigm, that yes, we have value, we have dignity, and our values and dignity, that is no less than any other Americans. That's why I decided to get back to the country, get back to the nation, that nobody can say that Muslims are lesser than any other Americans. And then at the same time, yes, I was born in Bangladesh, a Bangladeshi born Muslim American, proudly served this country with the dignity and honor. And end of the day, still there are misconception, misunderstanding, and also the current sitting president, who degraded our values and dignity, and who people like him, there are who create the propaganda and fabrication, anti-Islamic bigotry. And that I'm so big, and I've been boldly mobilizing the people from all over the United States. About 37 some states, we have our American Muslim Political Action Committee, MPAC. That's how we mobilize the Muslim American. And absolutely, it is the reason that yes, our values and our life have the profound meaning that we are no less than any other, because we have doctors, engineers, business owners, we have entrepreneurs, and we have so much intellectuals and resources. All we need to rally in the political activism and political platform, that we can say, yes, we are Muslim American, we have the hope of the beacon to empower our community to the mainstream. That's why we are moving forward with the political activism and struggle. That's why I serve this country, and I'm serving my community as a Muslim activist. Thank you, Khairullah.
Absolutely. Thank you. So you're running for office again in Michigan now. Tell
Yes.
us about your district and what's going on there.
This is interesting. Currently, I am the Democratic Party vice chair for the Michigan Democratic Party from the 14th Congressional District. And 2018, also, I ran for the same seat. This is Michigan House District 4. And this is heavily, minority community, people from Yemen, people from Bangladesh, people from, Southeast Asian community, Pakistani and other small, there are Polish community, heavily, so many different languages used in that small city, within a small district. But we have about 90 some thousand population in the district. This district is a very powerful district to empower our communities, the minority immigrant community. I understand as a Muslim American leader, but we represent the Hispanic community, the Latino community, You know also the political 4 point, the LGBTQ community and community of colored. We are all in this country and we have the same fight. So I am taking this seat, District 4 in Michigan on the November 3rd. I am on the ballot. I hope that people from our race, our generation, and as a veteran of American Army, as I fought in Iraq and Afghanistan, I am appealing to the African American community at large, and the entire greater community. Give me a chance that I can serve, just not the Muslim, not the immigrant. I can serve each and everybody like I serve this country. And one more thing, Khairullah, I defended the freedom, and we enjoy that freedom every day. And I am still standing because I love my people and my district. That's what I'm running for.
And we thank you for that. Now, let me ask you, I mean, despite the fact, look, we serve, but you still get people who tell you, go back home. I can't say that you probably never heard that. They say that to a Muslim who could be born in America. So there's a level of ignorance. Have you had to deal with any level of ignorance? And how do you cope with it? Because I think that's one thing that people are afraid of from getting involved, is that you have to deal with people who don't understand that Muslims are just as American as everybody else. How do you deal with it?
Khairullah, Mayor, my friend, I love you so much. Let me start from there. I know it is your show. People in America, this man who is hosting this Muslim in America, Mohamed Khairullah. I love him. Met this guy like 18, 19, 15 years ago. Right after the 9/11, this Mayor Khairullah, he became the mayor. He became a commissioner, city councilman. Then followed by the way you struggle. Yes, of course. I have to go back to 9/11. Khairullah, America has seen, unprecedented. I know the tyranny and the villainization of Muslim American, the fabrication from the right wing, and then also synonymous with the name of the terrorism and terrorist activities. Yes, this is all there. Nobody in America ever been to your shoe and my shoe. That's why I know how profound it is that we have to have tolerance when people come, because we want to take that platform and we want to educate. That's why also I host a national, conference call, a national radio talk show from the impact to educate the community at large. Even this president, sitting president Donald Trump, he said he will ban on Muslim within the 24-hour of his oath in office, and he did. And he said he will instigate and he will put bugs and he will put some type of antagonization for every single masjid in America. He said that all Muslims, there are so many Muslims that they are bad, as he used that word, bad. And yes, there are people out there, and we, as a profound member of our Muslim American community, leading in the political platform and a struggle, we may never get elected in a state representative or county or Congress or Senate, but your work and my work, it will teach and bring our second generation to empower people like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar. Right. And thank you for doing it.
Absolutely. And I think this is a call for, obviously, Muslim Americans to get involved in their local communities and start volunteering and help out. And for people who are not Muslims, who don't understand Muslims, that to reach out to them and talk, because, we're neighbors, we're co-workers, and, we're on the same ship, essentially. So let me ask you about, what are some of your current projects that you're working on?
Right now, last year, year before last year, 2 years we worked, impeach Donald Trump. And I don't know how your talk show going to be going, but it is me, it is us. We collected over 260,000 signatures for the Trump impeachment. People don't understand. He is the sitting president with the recklessness and bizarre and the maybe most racist man in this modern history. And still, we as an American failed to rectify and determine that this man is not, fit for this country. So as a Muslim American, a profound, citizen, a profound veteran. So that is one of the platform right now, my biggest issue, to unseat Donald Trump. There are other stuff we have on hand. We understand that put myself in a seat, make myself as a state legislature. We don't know whether that's going to happen or not. Also, we are actually delivering about 5 million votes from the Alliance of South Asian American Labor, ASAL. You came to the ASAL campaign.
Yes.
So I am the national campaign director for the ASAL for Biden committee. We are delivering 5 million votes. And thank you for being part of the ASAL from New Jersey. Thank you.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Here's the next question. What are your words of wisdom that you can share with anyone who wants to start being involved in their local community?
Folks, America was never built on fear. It was built on courage. And as we move forward, we have the obligations, we have the duty, we have the responsibility. You will be asked what you have done. It is not the matter what you have get, it is the matter what you have given. So get back to your community, give back to your community. Do whatever you can do. If you can do on the social media, write a blogs, create a page in the Facebook, create a page on the YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever way you can do. And folks, this is the profound year 2020. People will remember forever. Trump is the only president in American history. A sitting president was impeached and is on the ballot. So right now, it is most important. There's no question for and, if, or when, and where, and but. But the comment is right now, go organize and get involved and be part of your local community and serve your community with the dignity and responsibility that you will be a beacon of the hope for empowerment of our own community. Thank you.
Thank you, MD. So the last question is, I've asked you a whole bunch of questions. Do you have any question to ask me?
I want to ask you this, that, I know you've been doing it. What's your next political move? I told you. Tell me that. I know people in Prospect Park Borough, they love you, they respect you. You started from your fireman to the city council to the mayor. Come on, lay it on. I want to know what's your plan, Mayor Khairullah.
I've always said, when I got involved in my local community, I became a volunteer fireman. I volunteered in local hospital. There was no politics in my plans. It's been 19 years. I don't know where it's going to go. I always say, if the community wants me to go higher, they'll do the right thing. Obviously, it takes a lot of things. You know that very well. You got to raise money. You got to make the contacts. There's a lot of factors that come into play. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He puts me in the right place, whether it's politics, whether it's more social activism. I would like to see, I work in the field of education, so I'm hoping that this show will help educate people about getting involved. And I would love to do more work in the field of education and developing future leaders. So that's where I'm thinking right now. I think if politics is meant for me in the future for higher office, things will fall together by themselves. So we'll leave it in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I want to end it by thanking you for taking the time to talk to us tonight. And thank you for your service.
If you allow me 30 seconds, I just want to pass a message to your viewers and audience and you.
Sure.
December the 5th, we have the ASAL's 13th National Convention. It will be done through the virtual platform. but there will be also a setup. I'm inviting you in advance. Please join our Asal National 13 convention, and absolutely Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring all the provision for you and everybody. May Allah bless all the people and bless America. God bless America.
Thank you very much, brother. And ladies and gentlemen, this was MD Alam, former Missouri County Committeeman, a U.S. veteran who was with us and who's running for Michigan 4th District. Thank you very much, my brother MD. And I look forward to talking to you again and hopefully see you in the near future.
Absolutely. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. God bless you.
Did you learn anything from my session with MD Alam? Was it helpful to you? If so, please make sure that you hit the like button and you share it with your friend. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so and make sure that you hit the reminder button so you can get reminders of my future episodes. With that, be safe, be blessed, and be active.